In a world where animation can predict reality, The Simpsons remain unmatched masters of prophecy. Can the familiar yellow family from Springfield really predict our future? What's hidden this time behind the veil of screen comedy? Let's uncover tomorrow through their amazing, yet frightening predictions. Accurate predictions for 2025. Fast food will turn people into zombies. An episode of The Simpsons where the zombie apocalypse started from infected burgers at Krusty Burger might seem like just a funny made-up story. However, fans of the show have more and more reasons to believe that there are quite a few predictions in The Simpsons. The story about zombies already makes us think about the future and how to avoid mistakes. Dr. Hibbert in the episode immediately noticed the symptoms of the infected population, which could serve as a warning for humanity about the dangers of mass fast food consumption in 2025. Who knows, maybe in the future we'll really face new viruses spreading through food. Bart Simpson, famous for his pranks, has become a symbolic representation of the younger generation. Not ready for change, but fully determined to survive. His courage and resourcefulness can serve as an example for the youth of the world. Of change and unpredictable circumstances. Will the caffeine double of Krusty the Clown be handing out innocent burgers that turn people into zombies in reality? We hope that the writers are warning us about the importance of being mindful of the environment and our own health. Because, as funny as it may seem, the prophetic visions of The Simpsons for 2025 make us think. A car powered by algae. When Lisa Simpson first saw the strange silhouette of a structure behind her, hardly anyone could have thought that it was a prophecy. But The Simpsons continue to surprise the attentive viewer from episode to episode, making astonishing predictions. An event that happened in 1995. At first, it seemed like just a joke from the animated world, but later it turned into reality. The construction of the Shard in London became the embodiment of that joke. But what awaits us in 2025? Fans and series researchers claim that some seemingly minor scenes might not be random. Among the many highlights of the series, Lisa envisions a future with a buildable car that runs entirely on algae-derived energy. This kind of innovation is still in development, but the 2025 dream may be closer than we thought. The Simpsons. They have repeatedly proven their foresight regarding social and technological changes. And their predictions from the past were not just the product of script writing. Maybe this time, they'll hit the nail on the head. Facing the challenges of the present, let's hope that at least some of the show's storylines turn out to be prophetic again. And they'll give us a brighter future. Music will control consciousness. The year 2025 has already arrived, and among the devoted fans of The Simpsons, a discussion about possible predictions is coming to life. Hidden in the depths of the iconic cartoon, it seems like every character arc is infused with musical rhythms that feel ominously prophetic. So, Bart Simpson and his friends Milhouse, Nelson, and Ralph have become the subjects of conspiracy theories that speculate about hidden messages being conveyed through music. One of the new theories claims that a special episode predicts the use of popular music to control consciousness. In the cartoon, a youth band unwittingly becomes a tool for secret experiments by the US Navy, creating musical compositions that influence the listener's subconscious. These storylines make you think, as The Simpsons, who have repeatedly predicted the future, have once again unsettled viewers, creating musical compositions that influence the listener's subconscious. These storylines make you think, as The Simpsons, who have repeatedly predicted the future, have once again unsettled viewers. People are raising the question. Is it possible to create an ideologically controlled society through seemingly harmless mass consumer culture? While we laugh at the adventures of the famous family, discussions about hidden depths and truths create a troubling feeling. Is there a skeleton of today's reality hidden in these animated messages? Or is it just a product of the viewer's wild imagination? Translation of A Baby's Cry. In the late 90s, the popular cartoon The Herb Simpson, playing the inventor of the future, showed viewers how to understand children through a gadget. Back then, it seemed like a funny fantasy. But today, in 2025, I see how the cartoon prediction has come true. Modern companies develop devices that analyze the intonations and frequency of a baby's cries to help parents understand what their little ones need. These technologies use complex algorithms and artificial intelligence to recognize children's emotions, becoming helpers for caring parents. To recognize children's emotions, becoming real helpers for caring parents. Now, when I look at babies, I hear not just crying, but a real message. It seems incredible that a cartoon in which the coat of arms jokingly conversed with a baby. With the help of a simple gadget, it turned into an innovative technology of the 21st century. This reminds me of the potential of animated foresight and makes me think. What other future transformations are hinted at by the writers of our beloved show, The Simpsons? Digital currencies. In 2017, the world looked on in amazement at a photo of Donald Trump with the King of Saudi Arabia and the President of Egypt, holding a glowing sphere. Could this have been predicted by The Simpsons? The creators of the cult series may not have grown up in a family of oracles, but their ability to subtly and tastefully highlight the grotesque aspects of the political landscape hits the nail on the head. Let's take a look at the year 2025. Through the lens of an orange-yellow filter, The Simpsons might surprise us again. According to insider information, the upcoming season is expected to feature an episode about an unexpected technological alliance, where quantum computing meets state diplomacy. The world's top leaders, including representatives from the United States and the Middle East, they will gather at a digital summit to discuss the fate of digital currencies. Well, only time will tell if yet another prediction will be crowned with a visualized comedic trope. Even if everything becomes a fact, no matter how you slice it, the creative mind and sharp eye for trends make The Simpsons unmatched optimists of our time. Their talent is a reminder that the future can be just as absurd as it is incredibly funny. Killer rhinos. When a Japanese flu epidemic broke out in Springfield, none of the townspeople had any doubts. The scripts for The Simpsons episodes have once again prophetically looked into the future. A virus, reminiscent of the infamous COVID-19, is rapidly sweeping through the city, forcing residents to lock themselves in their homes. The Simpsons' Marge, concerned about her family's health, is approached by the neighbors, hoping for her wisdom and experience. Meanwhile, the situation takes an unexpectedly absurd turn. When rumors start spreading about killer rhinos that have invaded the town, the townspeople are scared and confused, because no one could have imagined that rhinos could become a threat in a peaceful suburb. Terrible creatures, wonderful. Having escaped from a major zoo, they act alongside the pandemic, almost like a metaphor for the chaos that has filled their lives. Rumors that the Simpson family once predicted this are growing amid rising public concern. Thus, the seemingly harmless comedy episodes of the series take on a sinister reflection. It makes you wonder how far these cartoon predictions can go. Was it just a coincidence or a prophetic accident? But 2025 is definitely going to be a year that Springfield won't forget. Was it just a coincidence or a prophetic accident? But 2025 is definitely going to be a year that Springfield won't forget. The prediction of the apocalypse according to Homer Simpson. In the one-of-kind land of Springfield, where family worries and absurd adventures go hand in hand, Homer Simpson unexpectedly becomes a prophet of the apocalypse. Those who know him as a donut lover and a TV show fanatic were surprised by his mysterious enlightenment. According to Homer, the end of the world is set to happen in 2025. Those who know him as a fan of donuts and TV series were surprised by his mysterious enlightenment. According to Homer, the end of the world is supposed to happen in 2025. And he made this prediction while walking the fine line between dreams and reality. It all started when Homer shared with the rest of the family a mysterious vision in which God personally confirmed the inevitable disappearance of humanity. In his vision, he stood before God's throne. Clouds? They were swirling around, while the angels played their harps with not a hint of worry. God, smiling, told Homer that all earthly troubles would come to an end, in some ridiculous way, tied to his own indifference. Family discussed prep. Lisa sought reason, Bart joked. They discussed for a long time how to prepare properly. Lisa tried to find a scientific explanation. Bart laughed and suggested an experiment. And Marge, if she was worried at all, it was just about the mess in the house. This satirical take on prophecy and the end of the world became yet another shining example of the Simpsons' ability to tackle serious topics with ease and humor. With ease and humor. Museums run by AI. In the wonderful world of Simpsons predictions, it's hard not to notice how some of their plots take on real form. One of the discoveries of 2025 is an incredible future where technology and famous personalities play a key role. According to the legendary series, Homer Simpson eventually becomes a personal assistant to stars like Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger, as well as director Ron Howard. This leads him to inevitable conflicts and getting fired, which, oddly enough, carries a prophetic undertone. If we look a little ahead to 2025, our interaction with stars and celebrities could also change dramatically. Maybe there'll be virtual assistants and smart apps doing the work for us, or even mobile museums curated by artificial intelligence, which gives everyone a chance to touch the world of celebrities without actually meeting them. The pursuit of innovation and technology raises new questions. Could a world await us where personal assistants can replace human emotions and intuition? I wonder how far these technologies will go and how they will impact our lives. After all, The Simpsons have surprised us more than once with the accuracy of their predictions, and maybe in 2025, life will once again resemble an episode of our favorite show, Flying Dreams. We all know how astonishingly accurate The Simpsons' predictions can be. This time, their predictions are about flying cars, which spark widespread interest and admiration in 2025. The character we're following: a young engineer from a tech company trying to make the dream of flying transportation a reality. A few years ago, The Simpsons accurately predicted the widespread use of flying cars, which are now floating in the air. Like it's just everyday life. Our engineer was inspired by this cartoon since childhood and decided to dedicate his life to making that fantasy a reality. Modern technologies like Switchblade are bringing this to life. This world, pushing the boundaries of what's possible and promising to change the face of cities. Despite all the technical and legal hurdles that were once whispered about in forums, the development of flying cars is unstoppable. In 2025, our engineer congratulates himself and his team for bringing a piece of fantasy into people's everyday lives. Each flying machine is not just an engineering achievement, but also the realization of children's dreams, which, it seemed, would only remain on the television screen. Today, they are a reality, and who knows what other predictions The Simpsons have in store for us in the future. A dish with the gravity of lunar craters or with cosmic dust. In the imagined future of Homer Simpson, cities turn into ultra-modern oases where even the most whimsical desires come to life. The year 2025 became a moment of triumph for technology and dreams. And the company Aerobanquets, Armax, can be considered a pioneer of this evolution. Inspired by the iconic predictions of the show, the company developed a unique virtual experience that allows people to experience gastronomic magic. It's not just a game. It's a portal to a world where real and virtual realms come together, creating exquisite dishes that go beyond our usual cuisine. Imagine a pastry with the gravity of lunar craters, or see buckthorn sauce with the aroma of cosmic dust. Thanks to this innovative approach, every user can become a chef, creating dishes that aren't on the menu of any restaurant on Earth. In this virtual world, you can not only be amazed but also experiment without limits. It's exactly these technological wonders that turn the future from The Simpsons predictions into our reality. At Aerobanquets Armax, fantasy becomes not just inspiration, but a real dish that finds its way to the heart through the screens of virtual reality. New worlds in VR for everyone. The beloved show, The Simpsons, has long gained a prophetic status. In the early 2000s, we had a blast watching an episode where Homer and his family discover incredible new things in virtual reality. Now, in 2025, a lot of this is becoming part of our everyday lives. Scenes where Bart plays fully immersive video games through a VR headset no longer seem like science fiction, but are a reality for the youth. While watching this classic animated show as a kid, our hero, let's call him James, had no idea that he would soon be interacting with these technologies around the clock. Today, he feels as if he is walking through a script from old episodes, fully immersed in studying the model of the solar system or exploring distant corners of the planet, never leaving the comfort of his chair. The Simpsons have not only peeked into our future with intriguing foresight, but they've also reminded each of us that every day, changes are happening around us that once seemed impossible. Virtual reality is just one of the bold predictions that have already come true. In a small house in Springfield, Homer Simpson, the head of the family, once again found himself at the center of events that somehow predicted the future. In 2005, when the world was filled with uncertainties, an episode of The Simpsons stood out from the rest. Homer, secretly from his family, anxiously followed the news about military exercises, fearing they would escalate into something bigger. He walked from room to room, quietly repeating to Bart, his son, his worries, the impending disaster, as he thought, was just around the corner, his concerns. The impending disaster, as he thought, was just around the corner. However, by 2025, the parallels started to get scary. Technology was rapidly evolving, cities were changing, but Homer still looked like he knew something ahead of time. The story gazed at the television screens from afar, almost in defiance of its own skepticism. It soon became clear that the studio also had episodes in its archive that clearly predicted technological revolutions, social changes, and even cultural phenomena. A shadow continued to loom over the world. The astonishing accuracy of these predictions. The viewers, of course, just smiled at this, like a sweet irony, but many still wondered if Homer would unknowingly be right. And this time, maybe new inventions or mysterious events will reveal the secret of The Simpsons' influence in the future. And this time, perhaps new inventions or mysterious events will reveal the secret of The Simpsons' influence in the future. Or will the cartoon surprise us again? Time will tell. And to make your future more predictable, there's a unique opportunity to become part of our team. If you have video editing skills, you can voice over videos in Russian, English, and other languages, or write interesting scripts. We'd be happy to work with you. Message our Telegram bot. The link is in the description. That's all for today. Bye.